Hello and welcome. On today's episode of Last Judgment, I want you to see this for what it is. A beautiful image of the wintertime scenery with a beautiful woodpecker on a suet house. Now, this bird doesn't really need this, you see, because they know how to survive on their own. God told us that we would have to learn from them where to find seed to be able to plant and to grow. You know, it's all in the Bible as basic instructions before leaving Earth. You got to know how to live on the earth first before you can know how to live somewhere else. Anyways, these birds are now getting used to, and have been getting used to for a very long time, human food. And the birds seem to be growing more abundantly, even though there's mass die-offs. They make up for those mass die-offs. It's got to be one big extinction type of event for it to really affect them. Now, the food is running out. Because I'm going to tell you, the lions in Africa, they're becoming so savage because they're running out of the energy to be able to kill their prey before they eat it. They're not even killing their prey anymore, unless it's a simple kill, a warthog or something. Other than that, they're tearing their prey apart the best way they can with the energy they got while the thing is alive. And I think that nature knows something, because I watched a video, quite interesting video, and yes, I know females, lions, hunt male lions. They do kill them. It's not like it's rare, but to the level it is now, I feel like they are wiping their own kind from existence, because now you have so many females on one male lion, and to me it seems like they're killing off the males so they cannot reproduce, like a self-destruct mechanism, almost like the elephants. If you notice with the elephants in Africa, they're no longer, some of them are no longer growing tusks. It's like 80% of them, 84%, no longer growing tusks, because they realize that they're being hunted for them tusks. So, to keep from being hunted and to be left alone by humans, they're now shedding those things as a part of a natural evolution. It's part of evolving. They're learning. Their brain, that's what the subconscious is. That's what it does. It learns from events. It says, well, wait a minute. These shocks that I'm getting are saying that this is no good. This is what's doing it. So the body's natural defenses, its subconscious is automatically doing these things. The elephant doesn't actually really. I mean, it knows, but I don't know. It goes deeper, okay? The animal world goes deeper. It's a thought process, but not through words, through pictures, images. That's how they communicate. When you can figure out how to use images and put images together in a correct way, it's like learning a new language. It truly is. I have birds every day come up to me in a group of 30, 40, right in front of my feet, waiting for me to feed them. They become dependent on mankind for food. So when mankind stops feeding them, what do you think they're going to do? Because they're running out of food, People say they ain't. No, there's too much woodland. They'll never run out of food. That's bullshit. They're running out of food because the trees are failing to produce it. And there's too many birds and not enough food. That's just like there's too many people and not enough food. They're not telling you we're running out of food. They're simply not going to tell you. And there's a lot of dangerous things coming our way in the next month. And I'll tell you this. I had this really awful dream last night that the earth cracked open, literally, and everybody around the world felt the impact of the crack. It was a worldwide event. And when that happened, there were like a toxic type of gas that came up out of the earth, out of the crack, and it immediately started like annihilating things. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's just like, it was like melting their skin. It was invisible air, like invisible gas. And I started thinking about what God said about things that are invisible being made manifest in the end of the days. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of things that are invisible that are going to be made manifest in the end of the days. There are entities walking around amongst us that we cannot see and they cannot see us. Every now and then they get a glimpse, or they see us and they can interact to scare a kid, long enough to scare a kid or something, or take the energy from the adult and connect to it and keep that type of communication connection between worlds. They figured out how to do certain things like that, but it doesn't happen until a person appears. Well, imagine this. Imagine the sun scrolling a hole, shooting off coronal mass ejection to the earth with a magnetic wave so powerful that it scours the whole earth and makes things appear right in front of your fucking eyes. Things that you would think would only belong in a movie. We're talking violent looking, vicious, demonized looking entities that are humanoid looking. That's one thing. We're dealing with artificial intelligence, that's another. We're dealing with these things that are living inside the earth by the core, that's another. These things are hibernating. And the labyrinth, the Leviathan that the Bible talks about, on how the river is set against its mouth, and how it breathes fire. It gives a real good description, and I'm going to run through that video and show you guys. I'll read through and then I'll explain everything in fine detail. I'll show you pictures to go with, so there's no mistaking that the book was talking about dragons and dinosaurs back then. And that's what it referred to as being a part of the class of the demons. Well, with that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave you be. I have a phone call coming in. I have to go.